Hey, everybody. Welcome to another fine edition of the Post-Credit Show. I'm your host, Ronnie Williams.
And I'm Serge, the Urge for Surge.
Hey, Serge. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm excellent. We saw a pretty entertaining movie, I think, this week.
It's definitely a good pick, this.
Was there any post-credit scenes?
Well, there was a tribute.
Yes, lovely tribute showing the past films. I was wondering, while watching the whole film, why aren't they using flashbacks from the first films? And this is why. They saved it for the tribute at the end.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a cool choice,
Yeah, the Italian stallion in his old format. I saw him, he looked so young. I was like, wow, this guy has aged.
Yeah.
Well, what else?
And then he fought Apollo Creed and Mr. T. Oh, wait.
He didn't fight Mr. T? Oh, no.
Different franchise.
Oh, okay.
So it could be easy with talking about Rocky Balboa again, but I think we cover that pretty much in what was that? Creed 2.
Creed 2, yeah.
Yeah.
That was his last movie.
I think it was Sylvester's last movie, yeah.
Well, this has to be the last Rambo movie.
Yes, because, not to get too into spoilers, but I'm pretty sure he bled out at the end.
Okay.
And why title a movie Last Blood unless it's going to be the last? Like, it'd be dumb. It'd be like those Resident Evil movies where, like, you cannot tell the order to watch them in. Like, Resident Evil Apocalypse is, like, in the middle of the franchise.
Wow.
It's like, end of the world, it's in the middle of the franchise.
It makes it more entertaining this way.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're talking Rambo and just, general violent movies. This kind of reminded me a little bit of John Wick at times.
Okay.
But, yeah, I think this is an interesting movie to dive into because it made some smart choices. It made some bold choices. And, it felt really short. Like, that's so refreshing to watch a movie and, like, less than an hour and a half, you're out.
Yeah.
How soon should people be watching it?
I'm going to say watch it before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I say watch it within a month. Very decent movie. I think there's going to be a ton of movies coming out. Like 3 movies came out this weekend. I think that's ridiculous.
Is that
all
bad?
The movies that came out. It's just weird. Like, it was last week, it was like Hustlers only. And Hustlers made a fair amount of money, I heard.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, like it was Downton Abbey, which took the weekend. Like, it made $30 million domestically and like $60 million worldwide.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And also, like, Ad Astra barely beat out Rambo with like $19.2 million.
And everybody is bashing.
Oh, Ad Astra? Oh, man. We were going to do that next week.
Oh, no.
Maybe we'll pivot, do Downton Abbey. Because it seems like a delightful movie. We were just avoiding it because none of us have seen the series.
Okay.
Like, I've always been interested with the series because of Iron Man 2. Iron Man 3.
Well, what is the series about? I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's just like old-timey England, and like they're taking care of this manor. And it's like, this family...
What is the series from? Where does it come from?
It's like PBS. It's like a British series.
Oh.
Yeah, but apparently it's really compelling, like a good soap opera or something.
Oh, okay.
But it seems delightful, like
Okay.
Anna Green Gables or something.
Okay, maybe if we could watch something before we watch the movie so we have an idea.
Oh, the show? I don't know. It's like, see, that's the thing about Downton Abbey. Like, if it was readily available, I would have seen it already.
Mm.
But since PBS, like, I have no idea where you can even find it.
Oh.
Let us know in the comments if you guys know where to find.
Is PBS still alive?
Yeah, PBS is around.
Oh. I thought it died.
Thanks to viewers not like you.
Oh, jeez.
We got some comments coming in.
All right. What does Gwen say? It reminded me of the movie Home Alone, but Rambo style. Or John Wick style.
This reminded me a lot of movies, and it was Rambo style.
Well, did you grow up seeing any Rambo movies? I remember my uncle always watching Rambo. Like, he's like, Rambo, Rambo, Rambo. And I was
That's the thing. Like, I I caught a little bit of the second movie, and like I did a little research before the show. Like I thought the second movie was actually a flashback, but apparently he goes back to Vietnam after the Vietnam War. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I like that it's linear, but interesting. And apparently, in the third movie, he fights for Afghanistan to fight the Russians. Like at the time, apparently that's what the U.S. did. They were fighting for the Afghani rebels.
Wow.
So that hasn't aged well.
Okay.
So yeah, but the one I did see from beginning to end is when he's in Cambodia. It's the 2008 Rambo, and at the very end of it, he goes back to a ranch in Arizona, which is where this movie picks up.
Okay.
But yeah, the one where he's fighting in Cambodia, like he has a Gatling gun at one point and is just cutting people in half with bullets.
Oh my God.
And like going through trees and just like mowing people down. Like he must slaughter like 30 people with a Gatling gun. It's insane.
Why is Stallone so violent? OMG.
Because he was tortured for years in a POW camp.
That's no excuse.
Yeah. But that's just, that's what's kind of nice about this kind of movie. It's unapologetic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if you hadn't seen a Rambo movie, like, I think what set the tone for the movie... Oh, let's throw up that spoilers.
All right, let's go.
Where is that? So he has a niece, and she goes to meet her father, right? And that conversation between her real father and the niece is so brutal. I'm like, wow, this movie is unapologetic.
Yep, he just let her have it.
Yeah, like he like any other movie, the guy'd be like, okay, yeah, come in, sit down, we'll have this little chat. But no, he keeps her in the doorway the whole time. It's like, I never wanted you, I never loved you, and I'm glad your mom died.
Wow.
It was just insane how brutal it was.
No sympathy in Mexico.
I guess not.
Wow.
Is that?
I don't know.
But yeah, I got a little ahead of myself. Gwen pulls out a great quote. They are all bad people. That's from True Lies.
True Lies. Is
Yeah.
that Arnold?
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger gets a truth serum, and she goes, "You've killed people?" And he goes, "Yeah, but they were all bad." And it's true. I mean, Rambo... I wanted Rambo to do more to that Chola chick. She was a quintessential Chola chick, right? So Gabriella, the niece, has a contact in Mexico, and she found her father. Turns out that Chola chick was just luring Gabriella so that she could sell her to these, cartel gang guys.
Yeah, they're human trafficking.
Yeah, human
there.
trafficking.
Yeah.
And yeah, she had just the top button of her, polo shirt buttoned. I'm like, come on, that is way too on the nose for Chola girl.
Okay.
I don't know. Am I off?
No, I mean her character was she was wearing the right clothing. That's
Right.
usually what they wear. I like her eyebrows,
Yeah, and the Snooki buffet hair.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good setup. Like any other movie, it was hard not to compare it to Taken. Like I even called this the rated R version of Taken. Taken's PG-13.
Is it?
Yeah, I made sure to look up, but because I was pretty sure, I'm like, it's not terribly violent like you think it is. But the most violent thing he does is torture the guy, which he stabs him in the legs with nails. But it's not like dripping blood,
I haven't seen Taken.
Oh, Taken's good.
I don't like the main character.
Liam Neeson?
Yeah, I don't like him.
Oh, Liam Neeson's a treasure.
Oh,
How dare you?
I mean, he ruined the first Star Wars. He's gonna ruin everything else after that.
No comment. Yeah, he wasn't great in that Star Wars prequel. I'll give you that. But Batman Begins, he was fine in Batman Begins.
Let's just move on.
Okay, move on. Yeah. But yeah, in Taken though, Liam Neeson tells his daughter, "No, you can't go on this European vacation. I know the world, you don't." And that's similar to Rambo, except Rambo's like, "Wait," and I'm like, "That's a great decision. Like any other movie like this, it would be the hard no. And I liked it. And then like, I think it was the grandmother of the niece. Or nanny or something. It was hard to peg down what her actual relationship was. She was like, no, you're not going to Mexico.
Right.
And, of course, the niece goes anyways.
Well, you're not supposed to go down to Mexico.
Especially by yourself. That was, yeah.
Especially if you're from the U.S.
Yeah. Is it that bad? Okay. Is that why we never go to TJ?
We can't go to Mexico.
Oh, rats. Even if I have pepper spray?
That's not going to do anything.
Okay. So, yeah, don't go to Mexico, especially if you're a lady type.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is The More You Know.
Yeah.
The PSA for the post-credit show. What's Gwen saying?
I couldn't understand why Rambo just walked up to them without a plan to get his niece out. And they get speed up and almost killed.
I thought that was pretty justifiable.
I mean, he is Rambo. There's no...
He's not the most subtle guy. Like, you saw what he did to the guy to find the information where the spot was.
Yeah.
And, like, he was breaking the guy's rib. Like, that was so brutal.
Yeah, I was cringing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was just like, I think I was gagging even in the theater. Like...
Yeah, the cringe moments are pretty intense.
Yeah. It's pretty violent, but yeah, like Rambo isn't the stealth guy. Like Taken, he can walk into a place and bluff his way, until the shooting starts, right? Like he's the tactical John Wick type of dude. Rambo's the machine gun, stabby type guy.
It's like the Juggernaut,
Yeah. He's more of a Schwarzenegger type deal, the Terminator. He's not stealth dude.
Nope.
And I thought it was pretty well set up. Like he didn't know much. He was just so focused on getting his niece that he didn't think about spotters. And like they show very well that there was no chance he was getting there. There was so many spotters. And, like, I was more shocked later on when he was able to get his niece out with just a hammer,
Yep. He put that hammer to work.
Oh, yeah. And they showed that hammer, too. Like, he just wakes up from a coma at the reporter's house, and there's the hammer right there. I'm like, is she going to grab it? Like,
nope.
Is she afraid of Rambo?
Well, I mean, I wish my camera was showing my hammer over there.
Oh,
my hammer's right. I forgot to bring it here.
We should have used it. I miss our old props. That would have been duct taped to the wall.
Yep. So he just uses the hammer to beat down like 5 guys, 6 guys.
Yeah, and like every John got a hammer to like the balls or the face. Like nobody was spared.
Well, he goes into it's like a whorehouse.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And I think one of the guys was just a customer, and he still killed them.
So many of the customers got killed, and I'm like, okay. I mean, these women are human trafficked, so yeah, kill those guys.
Yeah,
it's so unapologetic, And I like hardline stuff. Like it's refreshing nowadays to watch a quote unquote dumb, simple movie. It's lovely.
Yeah, when the niece died, it caught me off guard.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
So major spoiler here. Yeah, the niece dies. Like, I didn't see that either. But I don't know. Like, if this was a less brutal movie, yeah, she would have lived, Now, would you have had it, like, she still gets tortured and raped and still lives? Or does Rambo save her before anything really bad happens to her?
Well, I mean, when I saw the scar, and I'm like, well, they're like, she's going through trauma, what I mean? So I'm like, she's not gonna be the same.
Right. So yeah, she needed a significant amount of trauma for Rambo to still have revenge. But yeah, I don't know. I think killing the niece was a good decision.
I think so too. It was really it really caught me off guard.
Because I looked at the time,
and I'm like, well, it's an hour and a half. It's been like 50 minutes, and
Right.
he rescued her, and he's heading home. So I'm like, are these guys gonna come and try to kill him, like back in Arizona, or?
Right, and like they had his driver's license, so that was set up that they know where he lives.
Right.
You know.
So I just didn't know where the movie was gonna turn from there, you know?
Yeah,
And then at that point is when the movie turned into Home Alone, like Gwen said.
Gwen didn't like the big Stallone face staring at her the whole time.
Oh.
I got a picture for that. You want to see scary Stallone? Look at
That
this.
is scary Stallone.
I mean, he looks straight out of a horror movie in that photo. I loved it. That's why I grabbed it.
Michael Myers.
Yeah, he could totally be a horror movie. Like, that'd be an interesting thing. Like, there's the old Vietnam vets, though, that's kind of passe now, but some sort of veteran that's crazy who set up all these, booby traps and stuff, and then, like, a group of kids wander into it or something.
Right.
That'd be good, like, reverse the movie. Like, this girl wants to hold the party there, and there's all these tunnels, and it turns out it's, like, murder tunnels.
Oh, my God. I mean, the setup that he did for Home Alone, like...
Yeah.
Like, that would have taken months of construction to do.
I mean, he had those tunnels pretty well dug out, and you saw, like, how he was repairing it at the beginning. So, like, just to tear it down is a little easier, you
Okay.
know? Like... it didn't seem like a little bit of like the wiring stuff seemed like it would take a little while, but like rigging up explosives, I mean,
It has to take at least a few weeks, you know?
yeah, but
Well, I mean, was it a few weeks? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's give him 5 days.
All right, we'll just agree to disagree, you know?
I don't know. It's not an important detail. I mean, well, let's go to the original Home Alone. Did Home Alone?
We don't have visual for Home Alone?
I do not.
Oh, okay. That's fine. No, that's fine. That's fine.
I'll shrink Stallone down if I can.
No, leave him alone. No.
He's still staring straight at you.
And he's got the bow and arrow.
Yeah, but I don't know. Home Alone, he did it in one night. Both times.
Okay.
So if Home Alone, a kid, can do it in one day, I think Stallone can do it real quick too.
Okay. We'll just give him credit. No problem.
So let's talk about that ending. What'd you think?
It was amazing. He was like killing everybody left and right.
Yeah, it was just a pure slaughter fest. The one thing I would love to have seen if like there's a really short bad guy, because all these like traps were like head level, and like if it was a really short guy, like it just took off his hat.
Or just like skinned, like that.
Right. Or if it was a really tall dude, and so like the twin blades like hit him in the body armor because they're wearing like SWAT gear.
Yeah, definitely.
So it'd been funny, like, there's a 7-foot bad guy and it hits him square in the chest, and he's like, huh. But it was interesting, though, like you're saying about how much time it would take to prep. Like, a lot of the stuff was, like, it would trap a bad guy, but not necessarily kill him. Like, it was like, like a bear trap or a clamp on their leg, and then Rambo would come by, finish him off.
Yeah.
Which was great. Like, most of the time, when it's a trap, it's just the trap taking out somebody,
Mm-hmm.
This one, it was Rambo activating the traps. Like, it was
Right.
a very active fight.
I like the one that the guy falls in the hole and they fall into like those metal beams.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're the ones they use to like support the freeways or something. I'm like, where
Right.
did he get those? I'm like, those are awesome. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The rebar.
Yeah.
Yeah, rebar spikes. That good stuff. One of my favorite ones is like there's a hole in the tunnel and he has a long spiked thing, stabs the guy in the neck, and then the other guy's like randomly shooting through the wall. Rambo's on the ground,
Slices
cuts off his
the feet.
ankle with a machete. Oh my gosh. Good stuff.
Yep. Took me back to the 80s,
Yeah, it was like an 80s, and I loved it. Like, people complain like how these action heroes have unlimited bullets sometimes. Rambo's like, no, he has unlimited guns. He's always grabbing a new gun, and he isn't even reloading. It's bang, 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 drops the gun,
Yeah.
He has 2 blades, throws one blade, throws another blade,
Yep.
know.
With perfect precision,
Gwen was like, it was gross. it was gross. I was actually laughing because it was so over the top. like it almost got into like Looney Tunes category. Like there was a part where two blades come at a guy and you see his face like splits into 3 sections. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Guy getting like hit with a pitchfork in the chest and
I'm sure a lot of the people who saw the old Rambo movies love this, you know.
oh my gosh.
Well, we gotta wait for the
Yeah,
comments.
I got a buddy named Tony. He would have loved this.
Yeah.
Gwen brings up the last scene. What'd you think of the very last scene taking out the last bad guy?
Where he shoots him he cuts out his heart.
Yeah, he literally tears out his heart.
And shows it to him.
I'm like, would there be 1 second where you would be alive? Like, I think you would pass out from shock just from getting carved open.
Right.
But action movie, Gwen goes the second Indiana Jones. Yeah, they do tear out his heart.
Yep.
Golly ma.
Oh my God. They do that to Jim Carrey too. They pull out his. They pull out his pancreas or something. I don't know what.
No, it was
The Man on the Moon, right? Is that the movie?
Man in the Moon.
No.
Well, Dumb and Dumber, he tears out someone else's heart and puts it in a doggy bag. It was like he was imagining what it'd be like to be with this girl.
I forgot what scene it is. I know Jim Carrey has one too, where they put his hand and they pull something out of his organs. Anyways, we'll just move on. A lot of surgery movies. The Truman Show, was that it? No.
That'd be so funny though. Weird.
No. I'm pretty sure it's Man on the Moon.
Okay. Rambo.
I like his closing speech. It just sounded like he was like mumbling stuff. Yeah. He sounded like Batman.
I grew up in a world of war. I tried to come home, but they wouldn't let me.
It was so cheesy.
Yeah.
I was laughing. Everybody was like serious in the theater. I was like,
right. But yeah, in the first movie, it's like they drew first blood.
oh man,
great sayings. But yeah, I thought very enjoyable film. You know, very brutal. We didn't even mention the decapitation of the brother. You know, the guy who gave people scars.
Yeah,
like good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he broke in there pretty easily. I think.
Yeah. Well, once there's like that's the thing too. Like from a movie making standpoint, if the girl was still alive, it would be holding Rambo back the whole time. You don't want to hold Rambo back.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not what this movie is.
Yeah.
You know, like, and it is annoying when you get other action movies where the hero just saved whoever, you know, and, you know, they want the fighting to be over. But the hero keeps fighting, like keeps abandoning his family or whoever to keep up the fight.
Well, that's what I thought too. I'm like, once the niece was dead, I was like, there's no more motive for him, you know. And apparently, he had motive. I guess it was revenge.
Yeah,
and I was like, all right. He's going back for revenge.
Yep, brutal but entertaining. That's a great quote. They should put that on the DVD. It should be brutal and entertaining.
Right. That's a tribute to Stallone, I guess.
Yeah. But like it was funny. I was trying to do research, like watch one of those like Everything Wrong with Rambo. They didn't make one for Rambo, any of the previous Rambos, it seemed like. So I don't think this franchise has aged all that well. You know, like people aren't going back and watching the first Rambo. Like I'm sure it's playing on like USA or something right now.
Yeah.
Because the new movie came out. But yeah, I don't think, you know, a lot of people are going back, and I'm really curious now. I mean,
it was third place. No, it made its money back.
Right, at $13 million. I don't know how much they spend production though.
It's okay.
But yeah, 13 million, 19 million. I mean, just 200,000 less than Ad Astra. And I bet you Ad Astra paid a ton of money for those graphics.
The scenes.
Sorry, Disney Fox.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
I'm good.
I think we will pivot and do Downton Abbey. Yeah.
I'll try to do some research on it, see what we find.
Yeah, let's watch it. Since it was so brutal this week, let's go to fanciful places.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. You can always reach us at Post Credit Show. Spread the word about the channel, and we'll see you next week.
All right. See ya.